Welcome back. So, we continue on our path. A woman hauls a young girl in front of you and a crowd of others caught her stealing enough food to feed a starving varl, the woman says. Not the first time I've seen her at it either. Just return the food, her people will punish her. Juno requests a moment to speak with you alone. You are holding things together remarkably well. You sound surprised. When I first looked in your mind at Beauregard, I knew you would do anything to return to Wallet. They are deaf. Some of the greatest people in our history have gone mad at the loss of loved ones. You're not insane, Rook. You're experiencing tremendous grief and still managing to lead this caravan. That is something to be proud of. Why is this caravan important? The journey is forging them into what the future will require. The era of peace is over, and one of survival has begun. Arbarang may be the best shelter for the coming storm, but the people there are soft, too dependent on a society that will no longer exist. Because of the dredge. Partially, but mostly because of a coming darkness that is pushing the dredge. You've mentioned this darkness, but I don't see it. You've seen the signs of its coming, dredge in numbers, the land breaking apart. It's a force unlike any other. I wish I could say more, but even the Maester Council is ignorant to this. Mender Council. What is your part in all of this? The Valka grows silent, looking down for a long moment before answering. My role has many names: instigator, catalyst, mistake. But you and I are both fledglings in what is required of us, what we must do. You didn't actually answer, because I honestly don't know how. Only the future will tell if my role is villain or hero. Anyone here now? Thank you. The Serpent. I thought you needed some books in Manorhar before knowing anything else about it. That is true, but the chasm, Ormsald, and the tremors in the ground concern me. Yeah, me too. Should that incredible creature ever resurface, do not attempt to stop it. It would take power unseen and ages to affect the Serpent. If you see it, run. Alright then. Grab some fighters to join you on a patrol. I thought we lost them at the chasm. You can make out the dust cloud on the horizon, which means they can make out the one produced by the caravan. I was afraid of this, the cracks in the ground along the Eastway Road. Does that mean they could appear almost anywhere? Yes, but let's not panic the caravan, just keep moving. Underground? Teleportation?
Lundar, the Archer's Haven, home to the finest Fletchers in the world, though it appears beset with war.
horseborn. Why are they attacking? What the hell is going on here? Looks like the dredge are hitting the town too. So, Sweat, this is bad. Lundar's fighting on two fronts and barely holding it together. Hakon's been warning long before you were ever born. His worried look is unsettling. I always heard the horseborn had trouble with walls since they usually fight in open fields. Ubin's the only one old enough to actually know, but it doesn't really matter because those walls will barely slow the dredge. And if those dredge land in this town, we're defenseless out on these plains. But what are the horseborn after? She's lost her mind over those new members of the clan. Might lose her life for it too. We could fight dredge or horseborn, or split up and fight both if you're feeling suicidal. We're good at that. This is stupid. Ah, screw it. So we fought both at the same time and won. Alright. Are you shitting me? What a battle. saved both the Great Hall and the supplies. It was a hard-fought battle. So we got the fighters and the supplies. I'm not sure how so many of us made it through that. I never expected to see horseborn in my life, let alone fight them, and the dredge seemed desperate. Fighting like Costin, like they've got nothing left to lose. I wasn't worried with the great Ingvar on our side. How could we fall? Face it, Ivor, you're a legend. Oh, and what are you? See how you enjoy it when you get to our brang. Let me know how you feel when others act like idiots just to be near you, Sunder Slayer. You won't be able to relieve yourself without doing that. I've always considered that a rather holy moment myself. It's good to know you have lost your sense of humor. Well, I doubt anyone in the capital even knows what happened to Borsgard. Word has a way of traveling faster than any of us. Don't be surprised if the capital knows you're coming. Which reminds me, we should be figuring out what we're doing next. I agree, unfortunately all this fighting took a serious toll on the caravan. Lundar, what's left of it, is defensive well and will allow everyone some greatly needed rest. And I'm in no hurry to enter the old wood. I've heard strange things about that place. I'm sure it will be fine. Your hay mattress itches, but is more comfortable than sleeping on the cold, hard ground. As you stand in your private room, you hear something. Throwing on your cold, bare cloak, you step outside and listen. It's a distant sound of battle outside the gates where your ravens are. You race to the gates, shouting for the guards to open them. They look pale. Surprised us. Someone took some losses, but we cleared them out. Probably a lot more coming, though. Timing. Storm must be moving south now. Not that it changes much for you living up inside there. Set the post inside these gates for them to wait for me. Where's that Valka? Maybe up on the wall. The fan Valka is here. Valka's fair. I've never heard you speak like that. You're outside the walls. What did you see? Dredge scouts. I'll wager my axes there's an army of them coming this way. The young mender's eyes go wide as he stares at Claw and Fang. And if that's true, they'll level this place. The storm must have hidden their approach. Or kept them at bay. But why are they here? Why now? I don't care. We're heading for the mountain. But the ravens could take on all these dredge, especially with the Valka's help. Like that time in River Wake when you helped the Valka Fiorian. Huh, I'd forgotten about that. It was you, Fiorian, and a handful of ravens tracking down the bandit tool. Find Goodmorn. Have his guards try to calm the people, but bring him to meet us at the barn with the cart. The cart's not your business. I disagree. That Valka gives you a cart to hide in the deepest recesses of a river, and suddenly an army of dredge appears. If you ever already tried, I doubt you'd be able to open the cart. If it's woven shut as I suspect, I'm the only one here who can open it. We told you, Juno's not dead. We were just traveling with her. Let me tell you something that compromises my position as Valka. The Juno who I knew, who the entire council knew, was put to death by us, the council. You killed one of your own? It's a very rare sentence reserved only for the worst offenses. Altering people's minds, their thoughts, is only one such offense. She tried something on me and didn't really work. Because it wasn't Juno. It couldn't be, could it? Whoever it was got mercenaries to bring that car here for free. Subtle. Regardless, Juno was put to death and Iwand was imprisoned. In his grief, he escaped and stole away with Juno's body, but for what purpose is anyone's guess. So no, you will not be paid by the council for a job issued by a Valka whose life we ended. Collect what you need and hurry to the barn. It's time we discover why you're really here. The plot thickens. Costin, signing out.